Have you ever met someone, shaken their hand, heard their name clearly, and then forgotten it 5 seconds later? While they were still standing right in front of you, and the second it happens, something inside you panics a little. You think, what's wrong with me? Here's the truth nobody tells you. Forgetting names almost never means you have a bad memory. It usually means your brain was busy doing something far more complicated than memorizing a word. Think about what actually happens the moment someone says their name. You're not just hearing a sound, you're scanning their face, reading their tone, noticing if they seem nervous, friendly, guarded. Your brain is running a dozen tiny calculations at once. What do I say next? How do I seem likable? And somewhere in that storm, one short word, said exactly once, gets buried under everything your mind decided was more urgent. That's not carelessness. That's a brain under load, deciding what matters most in the moment. And a label said only once simply doesn't win. Here's where it gets more interesting. Names are abstract. There's no real connection between the sound Sarah and the actual person standing in front of you. Your brain has to forcibly glue them together, and that artificial pairing is one of the hardest things memory does. But the way someone made you feel isn't abstract at all. That gets recorded automatically, almost without effort. A name is just the label on the book. Your brain was already busy reading the story. This is why you might forget what someone's called, but never forget that they made you laugh, or that their energy felt a little tense, or that you instinctively liked them within 10 seconds. Most people assume this means they're bad with names. What it actually means is that their brain chose to prioritize understanding the person over filing away a fact about them. Now, add anxiety. For a lot of people, introductions aren't relaxed. There's a flicker of self-consciousness. Am I saying the right thing? Do I look awkward? That inward spiral takes up real mental space. And here's the cruel irony. The more self-conscious you feel, the less attention is left for the one thing you wanted to remember most. People assume social anxiety makes you more aware of others. Often, it does the opposite. It turns your attention inward right when you needed it pointed outward. Then there's something deeper, something almost nobody talks about. Highly empathetic people often forget names more than anyone else, not despite their empathy, but because of it. Their attention naturally drifts toward emotional cues, tone, body language, the feeling behind someone's words. That kind of attention is expensive. It uses up the very mental bandwidth that factual memory depends on. So the most emotionally attuned people in the room are sometimes the ones who walk away remembering exactly how someone felt, and nothing about what they were called. Stress makes this even harder. Under pressure, the brain shifts into survival mode, and retrieval becomes far less reliable. Ironically, the moments where remembering a name matters most, a job interview, a big event, are often the exact moments your nervous system is least equipped to hold on to it. The name wasn't lost, your brain just couldn't find the door to it. So here's the shift in perspective. Forgetting a name was never proof that you don't care about people. If anything, it can be proof of the opposite. While your conscious mind was chasing a label, some quieter part of you was already doing something most people never notice themselves doing: reading a human being, their warmth, their nervousness, their sincerity. What actually determines whether two people connect has very little to do with a name, and everything to do with whether one person made the other feel seen. So next time you forget someone's name 5 seconds after hearing it, don't call yourself careless. You weren't failing to pay attention. You were paying attention to something your mind decided mattered more. Because in the end, the mind doesn't remember people by their labels. Sometimes the mind forgets the name but never forgets the feeling.